preparing the space here at the Civic Center for voting. And there are some things you need to know before you head out the door this morning to make sure that you are completely prepared when you vote. Now, first off, remember, polling places in the Coastal Empire, well, they're going to open, like I said, 7 o'clock this morning, and they do not close until 7 o'clock tonight. Now, if you've forgotten where to vote, just head to the Georgia Secretary of State's website. You're going to find all of that information there. Well, remember, to vote, you must have a valid state or federal government issued photo ID. They include a Georgia driver's license, your voter ID card, a government employee photo ID, your passport, your military photo ID, or your tribal photo ID. Now, you can see all of this information on our website's homepage. That's WJCL.com. Election officials in Savannah say voter turnout could be high today. Gubernatorial races usually get a 50% turnout in Georgia, but this year it could be higher. Well, that's due to some tight races. Now, plus, they say more people voted early than expected. 4 years ago, 51% of Chatham County voters cast a ballot. Some voters told us no matter how long the line, they'll wait.
While I do hope my vote counts, I hope our culture hasn't shifted so much that maybe my vote won't count as much as I think it might. But I'm not giving up on the system, and it's important to use it while we got it.
Voting is very essential, it's important, and it's a way of life to make a better life for those who come after us.
While the turnout might be 50% today, it's still way lower than the presidential election. 2 years ago, nearly 80% voted in Chatham County. Well, voting information is similar in South Carolina. Polls also open at 7 o'clock this morning and close at 7 tonight. And if you are in line at 7 o'clock this evening, you will be allowed to vote. Now, for the Palmetto State, you will need one of the following photo IDs: a South Carolina driver's license, a State Department of Motor Vehicles ID card, a state voter registration card with photo, a federal military ID, or a U.S. passport. Now, make sure you get out to the polls today. Like I said, we just hit the 7 o'clock hour, so doors are just opening across the Coastal Empire and Low Country. And like I said, have our first voter here at the Civic Center getting ready to cast her ballot. She has not quite made it over to those polling centers, but she's registering all of her information right now. And at least, hey, we've got you up to date on everything you need to know. So head out there, make your voice heard. For now, at the Civic Center, I'm Cassidy Lance, WJCL News, working for you.
All right, thanks, Cassidy. Now, WJCL News is giving you the rundown on all the candidates before you cast your ballot today. And up first, the race for Georgia governor. Incumbent Nathan Deal facing State Senator Jason Carter. Now, the polls say that neither candidate will get the 50% majority they need to avoid a runoff. Third-party candidate, Libertarian Andrew Hunt, could come up with as much as 6% of the vote. Georgia being hailed as a major battleground for control of the U.S. Senate, and that means that our Senate candidates are stumping even harder. Republican candidate David Perdue stopping by the Chatham County Republican Party headquarters last week. Perdue is a popular figure among state Republicans who won Georgia during the 2008 presidential primary. Now, Sunday, we also caught up with Democratic candidate Michelle Nunn. She visited the First African Baptist Church, talking with supporters, the media, and the congregation. Her dad is Sam Nunn. He was one of the last Georgia Democrats to serve a full term in the Senate. Good morning, Savannah. Got all the in-depth details on the candidates for the governor's race and the U.S. Senate race in Georgia on our website online. Just head to WJCL.com before you head out the door this morning to go cast your ballot. And before you get out there, we've got all the details on the Georgia candidates for the U.S. House of Representatives, too. A new representative will take over for District 1 for the very first time in 22 years. And the District 12 race could play a major role across the nation. WJCL's Nick Notario breaking it down.
For the first time in more than 2 decades, the name Jack Kingston won't be representing the 1st District. And in District 12, this one's got a lot of national attention because it could decide who controls power in Capitol Hill.
The race for this seat has a lot of eyeballs on it. For a decade, it's been held by John Barrow. But after redistricting in 2012, the GOP hopes it can take it. The man hoping to do so is Rick Allen. He's a construction company owner who's never held office. Allen, though, did run for Congress 2 years ago, but lost in the primary. He's trying to beat Barrow. The Democrat has a background in law. Barrow got into politics as an Athens-Clarke County commissioner and got elected as U.S. Rep a decade ago. As for the issues, Allen is focused on repealing the Federal Health Care Act, government spending, gun rights, and agriculture. Barrow wants to continue his fight on veterans' rights, government spending, gun rights, and energy independence. The other congressional race in the Coastal Empire is for the 1st District. This will be the first ballot in 22 years that doesn't feature the name Jack Kingston. You might remember, Kingston decided to run for Senate and not Congress. He lost to David Perdue in a runoff. The race to replace Kingston is between Republican Buddy Carter and Democrat Brian Reese. Carter, no stranger to politics. He served as Pooler's mayor and most recently as a Georgia state senator. Reese is trying to crack into politics. He's a Savannah State grad and works at UPS. Here are some things each of the candidate wants to focus on. Carter's focal points are government spending, tax cuts, and repealing the Federal Health Care Act. Reese wants to keep the Federal Health Care Act, expand same-sex marriage, and increase minimum wage.
If you want to learn more about these candidates or all the others, we've got all the information on our website, WJCL.com. Reporting in the studio, Nick Notario, WJCL News, working for you.
Now stay with us this morning for more Good Day Savannah coming up in our next half hour. We've got all the details on the races in South Carolina. That all starts at 7:30. Remember, WJCL News is your election 2014 headquarters. We are working for you on the air and online at WJCL.com. You can see all our coverage for this political season on our website. Just click the local politics section under the news tab. And of course, you can watch those election results roll in live on our shows tonight. Our whole team working for you, letting you know who the winners are and which races will end in a runoff. Join us tonight for WJCL News at 10 right here on Fox 28 and for WJCL News at 11 on our sister station, WJCL ABC.
Sure, a lot of people grabbing that cup of coffee right before you head out the door for work. May need it to warm you up a little bit. A cold start this morning, mid and upper 30s, about the average temperature in Savannah, officially 39 degrees. And I've been seeing a few reports for some of the deep inland areas have seen a little bit of scattered frost to start the day. And we'll quickly warm up. And here's that election day forecast for you. Other than the cold start this morning, short sleeves later this afternoon because we'll see temperatures later today pleasantly near 74 degrees. Just mainly some high thin clouds all the way through the afternoon. No chances of rain, and live radar is showing that. So as you headed out to vote today and headed to work, not seeing any problems across the coastal empire and also the low country. Storm tracker 7-day forecast. Tomorrow you'll definitely notice more clouds around, the mix of sun and clouds, but also on the temperature side, look at that, going up close to 80 for Wednesday and Thursday. More clouds and sunshine though on Thursday afternoon as a cold front approaches. A slight chance for a shower late Thursday. After the front moves through, turning cooler for Friday through the weekend. Highs with lots of sunshine will be in the 60s.
So enjoy those 70s while you got them.
Yeah, we got today and all the way through about Thursday and then cooling back down by the end of the week.
All right. It is 11 minutes, almost 12 minutes after 7 on your Tuesday morning. Coming up on Good Day Savannah, we'll take you off the beaten path. Just before 7:30, the big guy showing us the smallest church in America. It's right here in the Coastal Empire. But first, a small local business making some major national headlines. Coming up, the overnight success of Love Lane Designs. Stay with us. We got the story for you coming up after the break. 7:14 and 39 degrees. This morning, a local business right here in the Coastal Empire making major headlines all around the world. The woman behind it making a pledge to keep it local. Our own Cassidy Lance telling us all about Love Lane Designs in this story.
It all started with a little girl in a cape.
We just done laundry and she had the bed sheets and she was running around pretending she was a superhero. And then I said, hey, we can do something with that. So
what Lane Huerta decided to do? One-up those bed sheets. Her daughter Clementine sparking the idea for costumes, or what she calls imaginative wear.
I love seeing the pictures that parents send back to me of their children wearing the costumes, to see that and see so many children happy.
Huerta started her company, Love Lane Designs, nearly a decade ago, focusing originally on home decor products. But it's her children's wear that's really getting her noticed.
The wonderful website Etsy, they post one of the photographs of this new collection on their social media, and it has blown up since then. It's been life-changing.
That Etsy post led to her work being featured in Brazil's edition of Harper's Bazaar. And then this.
Hello, David.
Lane Huerta from Savannah, Georgia, from Love Lane Designs.
Yep, David Muir featured Huerta and her handmade business on ABC's World News Tonight just last week.
Blogs are taking notice, and it's fun. It's my dream.
That original Etsy post, Huerta says, went out just 2 months ago. Since then, she's made about 250 costumes and got them all out just in time for Halloween. Her business in the same time frame before that?
We'd only do maybe 10 a month or so, just because I hadn't really put it out there.
And even with this overnight increase in demand, this mom and designer is focusing on what's important, making all natural organic products made right here in Georgia and hiring locals on her team. And in the future, she wants to keep working with that little girl in a cape who started it all.
We talk about it. What do you want to see next? What should we make next? And it's a real, as she gets older, it's gonna continue to be even more of a fun joint effort.
Now, Huerta is keeping it local with all of those products made right here in the Coastal Empire. And if you want a unique gift for the holidays, check this out. Love Lane Designs rolling out a new holiday line in the next week or so. Of course, we will have a link to that new holiday line on our website, WJCL.com. All right, everybody, 16 minutes after the hour, again, 39 degrees on your Tuesday morning. Coming up in about 10 minutes, a live interview with the folks from Higher Ground Baptist Church, telling us all about a major gospel sing fest. Stay with us when you won't want to miss. We got the details coming up. .18 and 39 degrees on your Tuesday morning. This morning, our hometown known for the beach, the history, and its southern charm too. But there are some other very special stories that stand out here in the Coastal Empire. Well, this week, WJCL's Frank the Big Guy Solkowski giving us an off-the-path look at some unique stories right here in our own backyard. This morning, he shows us America's smallest church. It's right here in McIntosh County, and he shows us in his special report.
Just off exit 67 of Interstate 95, among the moss-covered oaks, sits a little piece of heaven. Locally, it's known as the smallest church in America. The 10 by 15 house of prayer is Christ Chapel in Memory Park, a non-denominational church built in 1949 by Miss Agnes Harper.
It's just a little haven out in the middle of kind of nowhere where you just drive up and it's a little peaceful place to stop.
It's been joked the church has room for 13 people in it, and that's if everyone holds their breath. The church features a pint-sized pulpit about the size of a couch and about a dozen pews with fold-away knee rests. The inside also features stained glass windows and keepsakes left by visitors who, by looking at the church register, have come from around the country.
Once it's discovered, people come back and visit and tell their friends about it.
The church's upkeep comes from donations from those who have found the mini haven along Georgia's coast. Several years ago, the McIntosh County Chamber of Commerce adopted the church and erected signs to help attract tourists.
Right now they don't have regular services, but they will do special events. If someone wants to come and have someone baptized here or get married, they can call the Chamber of Commerce and we'll make reservations and get in touch with somebody to come out and make sure it's nice and clean and ready for their event.
What this tiny church lacks in size, it makes up for in inspiration and hope it gives to those who stumble across this house of prayer, located just off the beaten path.
It's not one of those things that jumps off the page at you and go, oh, I think I'm going to look for the smallest church in America. But once they find it, we have a lot of inquiries about it.
Now the big guy is taking us off the beaten path all week long. Tomorrow he tells us about that big globe that you see in Midtown Savannah. You'll get to see it tomorrow morning right here on Good Day Savannah on our sister station, Fox 28. All right, everybody, 21 minutes after the hour, and I tell you what, Jonathan, it is chilly out there for the kids getting ready for school, the people getting ready to cast their ballot, frankly.
Yeah, exactly right, Renee, but a little bit warmer than yesterday. Kind of hard to believe. Not a whole lot of areas are reporting freezing temperatures like we started off yesterday morning. Most spots mid and upper 30s. Live radar, nothing going on. Let's look at that school day forecast. A dry day, lots of sunshine all the way through the afternoon. And here's that bus stop temperature. We'll be starting out into the 30s, 38 degrees, so upper 30s to start the morning. But by the afternoon, look at this, nice and mild today, 74 degrees for daytime highs, and we will see mostly sunny skies. Probably a little bit of filtered sunshine and some higher clouds that will be moving into our area throughout the day. Storm Tracker 7-day forecast. We'll see that high today on election day, mid 70s, but close to 80 for Wednesday and Thursday. Slight chance for a shower late in the day on Thursday as a cold front swings through the area. Behind that front, the winds shift to the northwest and cooling us down. Highs in the 60s by the end of the week and throughout the upcoming weekend. You're watching Good Day Savannah here on Fox 28. We'll be right back after the break.
Yeah. Talk about Job. So. Say it. All right, everybody, it is 7:25 on your Tuesday morning, and I want y'all gospel fans to listen up because we have got a sing fest that is literally just going to shake the rafters, all kinds of musical joy, raising a joyful noise this morning. Now, it's going to happen this Sunday, November 9th. It is the singing, oh happy day, and it's at Higher Ground Baptist Church. So joining me this morning to tell us all about it, I have Pastor Andy Voigt and performer Julian Pace. Guys, thrilled to have you here this morning.
Glad to be here. Glad to be here.
This is the third year.
Third year.
Wow.
Year. And it's been unbelievably successful, and we're looking forward to another great year.
That's incredible. I mean, why? What happened? How did y'all say this is what we need to do for our people?
We had an idea that the singing was a Southern Christian concept that was kind of going out of existence.
Yes.
It used to be that small rural churches would have a singing that would last sometime for days, and we thought it was worth saving. And what we do is bring every genre of Christian music at one time, and we kind of show the impact that spiritual and gospel music has had on the entire gamut of Christian music.
And
it's
Julian,
great.
I know you're going to be there as part of it, but it's a whole lot of different performers.
Absolutely. One of the things, Ethan and I have really enjoyed about being a part of this event is that, while we're kind of a folk bluegrass gospel group and we do a lot of original stuff, Jimmy Bratcher's an excellent blues guitarist. There'll be some great people doing some spiritual music, all kinds of stuff. And so we love the variety and being able to work with a lot of different artists from very different traditions, but we're all God's people and it's always a great time, really is.
If you think about it, it kind of harkens back. I mean, everybody knows the Gaither Band.
Oh, yeah.
And those wonderful sings that
Absolutely.
You'll see just broadcast, bringing all kinds of different genres together. Who is ideal to come this Sunday?
Anybody that likes music.
Absolutely.
We have really quality performances. I grew up in and around Nashville, and I think I know bluegrass music. And these guys are unbelievable. They are fantastic.
But you've got some blues and some R&B too. McKinley.
Absolutely.
What's McKinley's last name?
Sarton.
McKinley.
Absolutely.
He's a friend of the show, actually.
Oh, very cool.
So I know he's going to be there, and
He will
some
be.
praise and worship bands.
We have a group
Absolutely.
from Hinesville, and they will blow your socks off.
The best part about it, though, it's free.
Absolutely.
It's free. We have 2 performances. We pack the house twice. We do request that you get a ticket.
Seating is limited.
Seating is limited, and we've had already tremendous response.
I believe you.
We just hope everybody will come.
It's going to be a great time. Let's take a look at those details real quick. It is this coming Sunday. It's November 9th. Now, first performance at 3 o'clock, but if you can't make that one, you get a second chance at 6 o'clock. But again, seating is limited. It's totally a free show, but you got to call ahead and get a ticket just to make sure there's not overcrowding. And that number right there on your screen, 355-1505. I'll have that posted on our website a little later on this morning, along with this interview as well. So if you have any further details, you can just go online and check it out. It's going to be a good time, y'all.
Absolutely. Always look forward to it.
Good
Always
Sunday.
do.
At the singing.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate
We'll
you.
see you at 3.
Okay, sounds
See ya.
perfect. 6 o'clock is too late for me. I got to be in bed. All right, everybody. 7:28 on your Tuesday morning. Coming up, your top stories and, of course, more of Election Day 2014. Stay with us. We'll be right back after the break.